Good morning students, welcome to our chemistry online class. So on the last class we discussed about stoichiometric calculation. So today we are going to discuss about limiting reagents. Good morning students, today we are going to discuss about limiting reagent. Limiting reagent means the reagent that are limited in quantities. The reactant that is completely used in a reaction, which determine the amount of product that formed is known as limiting reactant. And excess reactant and limiting reactant are two different terms. Excess reactant is not completely consumed in a reaction, but the limiting reactant is completely consumed in a reaction. Let's do some problem to understand about the limiting reagent. Determine the limiting reagent in a reaction. Copper react with sulfur to form copper sulfide according to the balanced equation 2Cu plus S giving Cu2S. So this is the balanced equation and we have to find out the limiting reagent when 80 gram of copper react with 25 gram of sulfur. So the mass of copper and mass of sulfur is given. So we have to find out the limiting reagent. Which are the limiting reagent from the reactant side. So knowns and unknowns are given. So from this question, mass of copper is 80 gram, mass of sulfur is 25 gram. Then molar mass of copper you have to find out, that is 63.5, and molar mass of sulfur 32.1. And we have from the question we have to analyze the limiting reagent from the reaction. Okay. So, first step is convert the mass into number of moles. So, first we have to find out the number of moles of copper. So, mass in gram is 80 divided by molar mass is 63.5. So, 80 divided by 63.5 giving 1.26 mole of copper. Next mass is sulfur. 25 gram sulfur mass is given divided by molar mass, that is 32.1, which is equal to 0.779 mole sulfur. So first step is convert the mass into number of moles. And the second step is you have to convert the moles of copper to moles of sulfur needed to react with 1.25 moles of copper. So the given quantity or the given mole of copper is 1.26 into 1 mole of sulfur from the equation divided by 2 moles of copper from the balanced chemical equation, which is equal to how much sulfur is required? 0.630, isn't it? From the equation 0.630. So 1.26 divided by 2, that is 0.630. So the given quantity of copper, which means the number of moles of copper is from the calculation is 1.26 divided by the balanced equation is 2Cu, isn't it? So that is 2 is equal to the amount of sulfur, that is 0.630. Then, so from the calculated value 0.630 moles of sulfur is reacted. From the given amount, that is sulfur amount is 0.779, which is less than this value, and it is greater than this value. So sulfur here present as excess. So the copper is the limiting reagent. Okay. So copper is completely consumed in this reaction. So copper acts as the limiting reagent from this reaction. Because as from the calculated value, from the balanced equation, we find out 0.630 mole of sulfur. And from the calculation we find out 0.779 mole of sulfur, given amount. So these values are very larger. So sulfur is present as excess and the copper is as limiting reagent. So from this we can calculate the limiting reagent of a reaction. So the ratio 2:1 is get from the balanced equation. Since the ratio of given mole of copper to mole sulfur was less than the ratio of 2:1 from the balanced equation, so the copper acts as the limiting reagent and sulfur acts as the excess reagent. So first you have to find out the balance. So here 2:1 ratio, isn't it? Copper is in 2 and sulfur is in 1. That's why 2:1 ratio. That's why 2 moles of copper react with 1 moles of sulfur is given. So what you have to do is first you have to find out the number of moles of the reactant, then convert the moles of copper to moles of sulfur by dividing the calculated mole value with the mole ratio. We get the needed amount, and sulfur here present is 0.779, which is greater than this needed amount. So the sulfur excess are present as excess reagent and the copper act as the limiting reagent. So I hope you understood this concept of limiting reagent, since it is a continuation from the stoichiometry calculation. So the related link and the notes is attached along with this video. Go through the link and download the notes, and don't forget to attend the test paper. So I am winding this section. See you in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye.